These sunglasses make me look like an even bigger cunt than I usually am, but it doesn't really matter when you're going to be drinking something like this. So yeah, I'm sure I've reviewed this on the channel before, and it is a beer that I have drank a fair few times, and more recently because of the YouTube drinking community. Crispy Boy was going to be doing this review, but he thought he'd stay in because he's feeling a little bit under the weather. I think he's got the Rona. But yeah, so this is Żubr. I know I'm not saying that correctly. 500ml can. This is, of course, is it 6%? I'm not too sure. Yeah, 6% ABV. You can get it from all your fine Eastern European establishments. I hate using that term. I know it's not like an ignorant term, but it sounds like an ignorant term when you say it out loud. But yeah, so I'm sat in the garden. It's a little bit cooler, a little bit windier, but it's still nice. Hopefully the wind doesn't interfere too much with the actual microphone on the camera, or camera, my professional setup. So yeah, I've just got some food in the oven, so I thought in the meantime, because it usually takes me roughly a meal's length of cooking to review a beer. So yeah, Żubr. I can't remember who this is brewed by, and I say can't remember, I just don't know. So yeah, all the usual information is going to be in the description, and yeah, Polish beer, quite iconic. You get a nice red ring pull there. So let's get this opened, see what we get. Going to be using the siren glass for this one. Could just drink out of the can, but I thought I'd class it up for the camera. So yeah, if I have reviewed this before, then I apologise, but it's sort of like revisiting a classic, let's put it that way. So, beer in the glass then, and yeah, golden, pin bright, a little bit darker. Yeah, a little bit darker, not just because I've got my sunglasses on. They're not mine, I don't know whose these are. Kind of look like a bit like Sebastian Tellier. I know he's got like more sort of flamboyant in-your-face sunglasses. Anyway, 2 fingers worth of a soapy white head, compact bubbles, looks a bit creamy on the top, just like me. And yeah, so let's see what we get on the nose. For a 6% lager, it masks the alcohol well. It's malty, it's musky, bready, biscuity. There's a little bit of a herbal metallic edge to it. All the things you would expect, but it doesn't smell half bad. So let's give it a taste. Shout out to the YouTube drinking community. Cheers, keeping me forever entertained. Cheers, guys. First sip, and it's like this beer is to be enjoyed in a chilled down can, straight from the can. It's a little bit watery at first, but then it gets a little bit heavier in terms of body as it gets towards the back end. It's got that sort of like foamy spittiness about it. Yeah, that metallic taste comes through. It is chilled down, refreshing and fucking delicious, as they say. I'll put you on the bench here so you don't blow away, because the only person blown away anyone is me on this audience, because my content is just amazing. So I look a bit slimmer. Usually, I think it's because of mind you, my eyesight's terrible anyway, so it's been, you know, blocked slightly because of my sunglasses. And yes, I keep pulling it down because you see the lines where my tits are with a Spetsnaz t-shirt. It's pleasant enough. I can think of much less flavourful beers at 6%. It's got a real sort of like refreshment factor to it. Quite a bit of drinkability. There's a little bit more of a pronounced malty flavour, sort of in line with a German Märzen, I would say. A bit of like a paler German Märzen. But yeah, I think I can think of much worse beers if you wanted to get absolutely ratted or steaming. But also have a nice sort of simple flavour. I mean, is it like, no it's not. But does it do the job and does it taste reasonably okay? Hell yeah. But I personally, nice carbonation. I personally think this is better drank straight out the can. Seems to be a little bit more crisper when you do it that way. And I don't think Crispy Boy would appreciate me putting in a craft cup glass. But yeah, you know what? First beer of the day. Going to be having a few beers a little bit later on because Harry's doing his Hot Flicks and Chill stream. So I've got some actual Siren in the fridge. But yeah, it doesn't taste too bad. Nice beer for these summer months. It's a bit chilly. Not too chilly. I've got enough body fat to keep me warm. Anyway, there's me self-deprecation there for you, Adam. So yeah, would I recommend this? But yeah, just give it a try. You can get a 4-pack of it pretty cheap from your local shop. If you have a local shop, of course.
Local shop for local people? Well, what's all the shouting? We'll have no shouting here.
Or trouble here. Don't you hate when someone puts a load of effort inside an impression but they completely misquote? Was going to do a hooligan impression, but I won't stoop to that level. Anyway, so yeah, it's no bad. You can get much worse, and even from like the craftier side of things. So yeah, on a hot Polish afternoon, which us Brits won't be doing that for a while, gets the job done. I've done it. 4-pack of this. That's your night sorted. I'm not going to be drinking all 4 tonight because I'm in work tomorrow. So I'll be drinking responsibly after this one. But you could be very irresponsible with this beer. And I would definitely recommend that and encourage that. So yeah, I know Machiavelli is wanted to retire this beer. But it's not too bad. It really is. Joking aside, it's not bad at all. There's nothing offensive about it, which is rare for a beer like this. So in terms of a rating, then it gets a straight 7. Would I drink it again? Yes. Will I be drinking it regularly over the next few weeks? Probably. And yeah, just dependable. Slightly higher ABV, but there's no sort of what's that word when you sort of like give up something? Compromise. There's no compromise. God, I'm sounding like a beer advert now, aren't I? If Żubr want to send over some beers, feel free to do so. I'll be a shill for anyone. Anyway, so I better go check my food because it might start to catch a little. Anyway, so if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. If you're a fan of these sorts of beers, what's your favourite beer from the brewery? Of course, all the brewery information will be in the description. And yeah, not too bad. I'm going to enjoy the rest of that. Feeling a little bit of warmth now, but that might be heartburn. We don't know yet. And yeah, cheers for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. And Crispy gives his regards.